One of the big things that a barrier does to two populations, it immediately keeps the genetics on both sides of the fence. So if you have a population of animals essentially on an island, there's only so much diversity within that population. And we know over time that diversity kind of collapses on itself. You need genetic diversity to have a strong population of anything. Well, what's happening with the wild is these populations are getting separated from each other, and they're creating these little vacuums, and the genetic diversity goes down and the health of the animals go down. The Wildlands is really a network of people protecting a network of land, focusing on North America. And it really started with just a small group of scientists saying the problem with conservation in North America is known. Fragmentation of habitats is the problem, but it's a very difficult one to address. They were determined to come up with a program and a project based in science that would address the fragmentation of North America. We make our decisions based in science. So we and our partners have spent a lot of time studying landscapes and using science to determine where these populations are, where they need to go, and where are their most likely crossing areas, where are the pinch points. So once you kind of narrow it down to, well, we know grizzly bears need this type of habitat and they're going to be moving north to south or a little bit west in this area, then you ground truth it. What's on the ground? What's happening here? Now you get even closer and you look at, physically what's on the ground. Is there a road? Is there development? Where are they most likely to go around? And then it becomes a very specific area that is the pinch point that we need to get these animals to be able to traverse somehow. So we look at the connections. That tends to be communities of people. So we actually work with ranchers and farmers and fishermen and people that live on the land to try to figure out, is there a way to keep some of these lifestyles that are very wildlife friendly in many instances, at least open lands that animals can move through, as opposed to cutting it off with heavy development, turning large ranches into small ranchettes or highways that are going to be going through or that are there already that need overpasses or underpasses for animals to cross. Really what it boils down to is, do we want to live in a world without grizzly bears and without cougars, without jaguars, without elk? Can we live in a world like that? Probably. We could exist for a while, for a long while, but do we want to? We've got to look at conservation on these grand scales because nothing else will save these incredible animals for the long term.